3, 2, 1. That was In Vogue, giving him something he can feel. So last night I attended the funeral of a young man that many of you may have heard of. His name was David Arnold, or David A Arnold. It's funny because I knew him when it was David Arnold, but they got an A in it now, so that just tells you how successful he become. But the thing I found remarkable, had always found remarkable about him, was how tenacious he was, but gracious to go with it. Like, I could never really tell what was going on in his life, whether he was succeeding or whether he wasn't quite hitting the mark he wanted to, by his demeanor, because he was always the same affable, warm man. And so when I heard the news of his death a couple of weeks ago, I was shocked. And being shocked about someone's death is a bit arrogant. That implies that you know who should go or who might go. But the reason I was shocked was because he had everything in front of him. He was just finally starting to realize the fruits of his labor, and he did it with aplomb and dignity. And it was interesting to see all the people who come out there to pay their respects and to say their farewells to him. And it was probably the most melancholy but warm service I've been to. I deplore, and I think many people do, going to funerals, but I felt like I had to be there because of the things that he had accomplished, but the person he was, and to be supportive to his wife and his children. And as sad as it was shocking and sad, but as sad as it was to see the people and all the love and all the respect and all the dignity that was afforded to him, just reflected on how he lived his life. So I can say this, like I said before, I didn't know what he was going through by the way he looked or by the way he carried himself. I couldn't tell if he was riding high, or I couldn't tell if something had just gone wrong, because he was just that solid a dude. And I think all anybody wants, particularly in this game, and I think I'm very proud of this art form. I'm very proud of how close-knit it is. I'm very proud of the things that the comedians I came up with and the ones that come up after us have been able to accomplish, the way we've shaped the world, the way we have a view of the world that is unique to us, and I'm very proud to be a part of that fraternity. And I can say that David Arnold, David A Arnold, I don't want to skip his A because he obviously worked hard to get it. He died with his family loving him, his fans wanting to see more of him. He died with the respect of his peers, and he died with gigs on the books. And I think ultimately all any of us can have is the love of the people we leave behind. And if we're artists, that our art lives on past us. So David A Arnold, you ran a good race, and I'm proud of you. Rest well. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.